Boom. Nice and quick. Piece of cake. This looks alright. Probably a little bit coarser than we would like. Fine it up a little bit. We're still waiting on our water. So I might just throw the grinds back into the grinder. We're adjusting it so it's okay to play with it a little bit. Fine it up just a touch. And since we do have a minute here for the water, I think I'll go ahead and regrind this. All the coffee that is the right size will stay the right size. And we'll hit some of those bigger chunks that snuck through. Not too bad. Not too much of a problem. This way, really, we're moving the coffee just through the burrs. We're not actually grinding anything until we hit those bigger coffee grinds that we're trying to fine up a little bit. There we go. That looks much better. Much better. Oh yeah. Man, this coffee. Really excited to feature it because it is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Clean up our work area a little bit here. Boom. There. I'm gonna put this, we'll put this here. Chemex, or not Chemex. AeroPress filter, nice and tiny. Nice thin paper filter. You're gonna put it on top of the filter screen, which will screw on top, helping us facilitate the patented AeroPress flip. So right now we're just waiting for the coffee to heat up, and then we'll get to doing the brew thing. Here's what the burrs look like. Can't really. Here's what the bottom of the grinder looks like though. So you got your rotating. Oh, that's actually moving on the bottom. Your rotating burr on the bottom, and then the other ceramic burr right here. To change that, you unscrew these screws. I'm moving a little too much for the camera. Unscrew these screws, and it allows you to take the mechanism apart. So when I do need to change the parts, I'll just order a replacement set of burrs from Hario and change it out. It'll be super easy. No trouble there at all. Again, the difference between this grinder and a commercial burr grinder is just volume. I'm not brewing 300 cups a day, or I'm not grinding up 300 cups a day with this, so these burrs should last me for a couple of years as long as they're maintained properly. You know, I'm not leaving them submerged in water. You know, I'm making sure that they're clean in between each use, which, yeah, as clean as I can keep them. I don't brush them out every time, but I make sure nothing is stuck in them. But yeah, really the water, just making sure the grinder stays nice and dry is definitely super important. So I think we're brewing at, this actually is going to go a little bit hotter than I want. No. There we go. We're going to brew at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually you want to be between 195 and 200. That's usually the range for a good cup of coffee. Hot enough that you don't brew a lukewarm cup of coffee, but not too hot that you start cooking the coffee more than you would like, which is not good at all. Where's our trash cup? What do we do with our trash cup? There it is. Boom. Also, shout out to anybody who's watching. I really appreciate you coming out, checking out the coffee stream. Right now, what we're doing, I'm kind of doing it off camera, adding just a little bit of water to wash our filter. It's something you want to do in pretty much every brew device. It washes that little bit of paperiness out of the filter so that doesn't drip into your coffee, which nobody wants a papery cup of coffee. So you always wash your filter. If the coffee has a filter, if it has a paper filter, if it has a metal filter, you'll still want to wash the metal filter because you'll bring the filter up to temperature. So you're not trying to brew hot coffee in a cold filter, affecting the temperature of the brew overall. But yeah, while we get this started, coffee in, roughly 18 grams. It never seems to be 18 grams when I put the coffee back in. Yeah, shout out to everybody who's watching. Coffee is a huge passion of mine. And so is Twitch. Obviously, I love playing video games. I love the streamer community. So it's my pleasure to be able to share a little bit of both here with you. Now we're going to add our water. We got our kettle here, full of 200 degree water. What we will do is we're going to add twice as much water as we did coffee. So it'll be 36 grams. Make sure all of the coffee grounds are wet. Agitating it just a little bit. Let that sit for 30 seconds. But yeah, I appreciate you guys following or hanging out for a little while. If you do enjoy yourself, hit that follow button. This is something that I do multiple times a week, and working towards getting a set schedule for that. I'm going to start coffee giveaways next week. So usually the coffee that I feature once a week, I'm going to start giving away bags of coffee. So if you like yourself a good cup of homebrewed coffee, stay tuned. At 30 seconds, you're going to want to go ahead and add the rest of your water, which is all the water up to 200 milliliters, and let that sit for a minute. So by and large, AeroPress takes total brew time about 1.5 minutes, which is an extremely fast cup. When we move on to the Kalita, the brew time is going to be about 3.5. Funny girl, what's going on? How are you today, madam? So if you're in for a quick, short cup of coffee, this brew method is going to be hard to beat, just because it's so fast. Oh, that's a minute. It's a little bit more than a minute. All right, what we're going to do, take our filter cap with the paper filter in it, screw it on top. Whoop. Making sure that's nice and tight. Grab your preferred mug. Sean Goose! On the table, not on the scale. Patented flip. Whoop. And press. How you guys doing this afternoon? Woo woo! What's up, Abby? What's up, Chris? Coffee stream hype. Push down with about 30 pounds of pressure. If it's too easy, your grain size is too fine. Or if it's too easy, your grain size is too coarse. If it's too hard to press down, your grain size is too fine. Push until you hear a hiss. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. But you start pushing air out instead of liquid. And you're done. Shake out the last couple of drips. Boom. 1 8-ounce cup of delicious coffee. Jack Diary Coffee Stream. There we go. That's it. Piece of cake. Super easy. The AeroPress astounds yet again. After you're done, so now we have a wet filter, dirty coffee in our filter basket here. Grab a cup, grab your trash, whichever you prefer, and just press it out. That's it. Filter basket, all you have to do is wipe it off. There are usually probably, there will be dirty coffee on the bottom of your AeroPress. That looks tasty. I just take the agitator, scrape it off. And give it a wipe. Making sure that the inside of the AeroPress stays nice and dry, nice and clean, nice and free of coffee grinds. Because you don't want that vacuum seal to be compromised for your next cup, or you'll start getting leaks. And that is how Mr. Bones ruins his keyboard. And nobody wants that. No, nobody got time for that. So, yeah, there we go. That's the AeroPress. Amazing little coffee brewing device. Super easy, super quick. Gotta love it. Putting that off to the side, somewhere, on my extremely cluttered desk. Put it here. Put this over here. Round one. Let's see how it tastes. Now remember, we just dialed in our grind, or we just adjusted our grind. So, and it's still a little bit hot. Still a little bit hot. I may have burned my tongue. Which is hashtag standard. Yep, might have burned my tongue. That's okay though. It's okay though. We'll get into it. Like to make things a little bit extra challenging. Good.